What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today I'm back with another video here. Man, a really another good game from this team. You follow up the game against San Jose. You're 5-7-1. You're like, oh my God, here we go again, right? They had their good start and all that, and then it's 3 straight wins: Anaheim, Los Angeles, Carolina. Again, a really good game tonight. A 3-1 win over the Carolina Hurricanes for the Flyers. Where do I start? I mean, from 30 block shots for the Flyers to winning in face-off percentage and all that stuff. They didn't take too many penalties. Again, just a really solid game. Travis Konecny was my Flyer of the night. I thought he was awesome in this one. As for the lines for the Flyers, a little bit of a change. Forster with Couturier and Atkinson. Tippett with Frost and Konecny. Farabee with Paling and Lawton. Delorier with Cates and Hathaway. Defense: York, Sanheim, Zamula, Walker, Belpedio, and Sealer. Looked like Zamula got sat out there in the third. And then Carter Hart was in net. They did kind of switch up the lines a little bit because Konecny did get moved up for most of the game. Something kind of changed around. But for the most part, that was pretty much the lineup tonight. Flyers score early, 1-0. They are now 8-1-0 when scoring first. All 8 of their wins, they've scored first. And then that game against Buffalo on November 1st, they scored first early and then lost that game 5-2. That was the regulation loss there. We talked about that on the new pod, 4Fly Guys. First episode is out, by the way, video and audio. Video is here on YouTube, and then audio is on Spotify and Apple. But again, as for this one, Tippett gets another one. His 4th in 3 games. Really nice pass by Frost to kind of set him up, and it was a good entry by the Flyers. Again, really solid play overall, and a 1-0 lead. And Hart had a really nice save in tight. Tippett forced a turnover in tight and then set up Sanheim for a shot. Coots had a nice defensive play on Svechnikov. Puck went out of play. I thought it was a pretty quiet game early. Only 2 shots for us and 4 for Carolina. Flyers had the lead as well. A goal on 2 shots. Flyers had a turnover that left the Hart stoning Kotkaniemi in tight. It felt like in the first period there were a lot of plays where the Flyers had failed entry. Carolina would create a rush the other way, and then the Flyers would block the shot. Like, that's what it felt like for most of the first period. Then they had a rush where Hart had a really nice save in tight before that. I thought it was pretty sloppy. The Flyers had some turnover issues. Didn't have too many shots, only like 5-6 shots up until this point. And then they get a rush chance from Konecny. Coots made a really nice play where he kind of slammed on the brakes and kind of cut to the middle. And that's not really a play you see Couturier make, with everything that's kind of going on with Coots. That led to, again, like I said, Konecny kind of swooping on in. He goes in, shoots it, hits off Pachetkov. I almost said that wrong. Pachetkov's head, and ended up going out of play. So after that, the Flyers, they had multiple chances to really, they had multiple chances in this game where they could have continued, right, and they could have added more pressure, and they did that. That's what this team has done. Like, see, it's like whenever they get a rush chance or a scoring chance, whatever, or they score, right, they add to it. They keep going, and that's what they did. They got a goal from Konecny, 2-0. It was a great play by Sealer, man. I thought he was good in this game. I thought Coots was good in this game. I thought TK, again, like I said, Hart was good. Sealer, again, like I just mentioned, a really good solid shift. They cycled the puck around. Konecny goes net front. Slap pass from Sealer, 2-0 Flyers. Tippett just missed the breakaway late. You're like, oh, that would have been sick. Would have been 2 goals in the period, 5 in the last 3 games for Tippett. Would have had a 3-0 lead at the end of the first and then dying seconds. They have outscored opponents 23-14 in the first period. Really good. Great last 5-6 minutes. It really kind of added to it. And then they get another one in the third. Paling scores his first of a Flyer. Really nice pass by Walker. Again, it's a little plays that the defense is making. The Flyers were really good in the small details department tonight. The plays that you make with your stick, or the little passes in tight, or the pinch at the right time, things like that. They were really good in that area in this game. And you saw it. There was so many little plays that they made defensively, PK, if it was, stick checks or just plays off the rush, breaking up what Carolina was giving to them, block shots. They had 30 of them tonight. So many little areas that the Flyers won in this game, and that's what kind of led to it. They got a couple goals early, and they were really good defensively. Canes had some pressure. The Sechnikov had a hit on Belpedio. Hart had a nice save on Kotkaniemi. Power play for the Canes. It was a delay game on Zamula. He's taken a lot of penalties this year. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Volpe Kubel. It's just not all of them have been A, in the offensive zone, and B, he hasn't taken as many because Volpe Kubel, I felt like that entire season, the COVID year, the 2020-21 season, or really the 2021 season, he took so many penalties that year, and they were all in the offensive zone. But anyway, they didn't really do much with it. The Canes' PK was really good for the Flyers tonight. I thought, they made a lot of. First of all, they won faceoffs, and I think the biggest thing with the PK has been they've been aggressive at the point, and it's led to them also taking away the bumper. And you saw that a lot. Like Konechny was kind of. I thought Konechny read that well a couple of times, where he kind of was just like right there to kind of take it away. Forrester just missed that puck. Kind of, he had a play where like he could have been like a 1-on-1 type of play. I believe it was Burns going back for Carolina, and Forrester just missed it. Belpedio had a chance in tight after that. Sanheim had a really nice play in front on D. Coots had like a 2-on-1 type of play. Doesn't shoot, tried to pass it to Konechny, and then the Canes go down and score. I thought Tony D actually was good tonight for Carolina. Had a couple really nice passes. I didn't hate Tony D as much as everyone else did. I'll say that. I thought could he have been better defensively? Sure, 100%. But I wasn't one of those guys where I was like, every time he was out there, I was nagging on him. Carolina gets a power play late. It was a turnover by Walker. It was a hook on Sealer. I didn't love that call, honestly. I thought it was kind of more of a love tap. It just wasn't I'm just like, it's a close game. They just got a goal. Like, come on. A couple minutes left in the second period. Like, to me, that's a bad call. Lawton had a pass on a 2-on-1. Kotkaniemi dekes through Sanheim. Hart had a nice save. Konechny, again, like I mentioned, blocks out the bumper, and then Hart made a good save in tight. And the Flyers kill that one off. Carolina goes 0-for-3 on the power play tonight. Flyers had the 1 in the third period. They didn't do anything with it. Forrester had a chance. Man, it would have been nice if Forrester could have gotten his first NHL goal in the place he made his NHL debut. PNC Arena last year. I was actually at that game in Carolina. Bunting hit the crossbar off a pass from D'Angelo. Oh my God, what a pass that was. I mean, stretched the ice, tape to tape. Thankfully, they got a little luck from the post there. Then Carolina gets their power play. Good PK, man. Anytime Carolina had a chance to take it to them and take it to the Flyers and kind of do what they've done or, whatever, they just kind of either couldn't do. I think it was a mix of like they couldn't do it, but also the Flyers were just that good on D tonight. Like I thought, again, like I said, they really won the small details department in this game. A lot of little plays, stick checks, positioning, face-offs, block shots, etc. Like I could go through a lot of different things. I thought the one thing was just again the attention to detail tonight was huge. And Flyers again, they get the power play, they do nothing with it, man. They didn't even get set up. They look so slow, so like nonchalant, and just kind of like setting things up and just oh my God, it was just brutal. I mean, again, I've talked about it before in the switch of the units and all that, and now 0 for their last 27. Not good. Not good at all. They really have not been, or excuse me, 0 for their last 28. They have not been good at all. And I think the biggest thing is just the inconsistency of the unit has really messed it up. And certain guys have come out, like Brink, he doesn't play tonight. Which again, it's 2 games in a row. I talked about that earlier on Flyers warm up with Bill Meltzer. Like, you'd like to. I'm not the biggest fan of Poehling coming in. Obviously, he scores tonight, and I like Poehling. I do. It's nothing against him. It's just like a guy like Brink who's probably going to be here longer term. I'd rather him be playing. So I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. The Flyers do win this game, so I don't know if Brink is going to come in. You have a back-to-back coming up this weekend, so I'm assuming that's going to happen. Flyers have 2 days off. Vegas on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Now, my thing for Vegas is they can certainly beat the Golden Knights. Like, the game against them was very close for the most part earlier in the year, and you gave up a goal in the last like 30 seconds. Like it was a 2-1 game for most of it. Could you have played better? Oh, for sure. But I wasn't really mad. I was more mad at the ending. But the way that they played, I didn't like how they kind of. I should rephrase that. I didn't really like how they played in the third period, and I was kind of upset with the way that ended. But for the first like 30, 35, 37 minutes, like it was a pretty good game for the Flyers. Can they do that again? Certainly. If they play like the way that they've been playing, I see no reason why they can't win. The only issue with this now is that it's a 1 o'clock game. And in two of the really worst games that they've played this year have been 1 o'clock games. So I'm hoping that doesn't continue, considering that they've been on the road. They've kind of, gone away for a little bit. They talk about how that stuff helps. I don't really know. I've never been in a hockey locker room. I'm assuming that helps getting away and all that stuff. So we shall see. But that'll be interesting. And then you have Columbus again. It's a back-to-back, both games at home. Vegas at 1 on Saturday, Columbus 5:30 on Sunday. Thanks everybody again for all the support as always. Let me know your guys' thoughts below. And also, again, like I mentioned, I added the flyer of the night on there, like TK, who was great tonight. So many little plays and obviously scores, and he's been such a driving force for this team. Let me know who your guys' flyer of the night was. Thanks everybody again for all the support as always. My name is Chris, and I will talk to you all again soon.